Welcome back to McPhee Ford. Today we're taking a look at this brand new 2025 Ford F-150 Raptor. This is a really special truck here. We're going to take you on a full tour today. Now this Raptor is finished in space white metallic, which is actually returned for 2025. It kind of took a bit of a break there for a few years, but Ford's brought it back. We have it here on the Raptor and it looks absolutely amazing. This truck is also even more special because it is equipped with the larger tires. This is going to have Ford's 802A, which is kind of like an equipment group. It's going to include larger tires, better suspension, and we're going to show you those today. So we'll start with the front end here. Now being the Raptor, this is Ford's most aggressive, most off-road capable and badass version of the F-150. It's going to include a widened stance. So these trucks are actually physically wider than a regular F-150, between 7 and 8 inches. So it is quite significant. You're going to see it right here in the fender. You have these widened fender flares. Kind of has that kind of Coke bottle shape. You know, it's got the wide fender flares there. And the Raptor is going to have exclusive styling, of course. You have the Ford grille there spelled out, as well as these amber LED headlights there, which look great. Of course, they're fully LED, that off-road style bumper with the integrated rigid LED off-road lights. You have the additional lighting down there. Change with the with those bigger tire option. You actually have a different style front centerpiece here. It's going to be, of course, full steel, so it's a nice strong material. You also have the skid plates down there, exposed recovery points. Very, very aggressive looking truck. We'll come right to the side here. Here's going to be your tires. Again, it's a 37-inch tall all-terrain tire sitting on a 17-inch wheel. It is cast aluminum. It's also bead lock capable, so you're going to have the option there to lock the tire to the rim for those very, very hardcore off-road situations. Of course, this wheel style is also only available with the larger tire option here. And as I mentioned before, you actually have a different suspension system. And we're going to go to the back here because you can see it a little bit better. It's going to have the new dual live valve shocks. It's a Fox branded suspension. Ford's been partnering with Fox for a long time, since the beginning of the Raptor F-150. And this is now a very advanced system where it not only controls the compression, but also now the rebound adjustment. So it's fully automated by the computer system. It's incredibly advanced. And it does have different modes that you can change based on the terrain that you're on. So it's a very cool system. We'll make our way around to the back here. Of course, you have that dual exit exhaust, which not only looks great, sounds amazing too. Of course, LED lighting for the rear as well. You have that Raptor applique on the back of the tailgate there. Go ahead and lower down the tailgate. It is fully power operated, so it does go up and down, which is great. Factory spray in the bed liner in this truck, so it's a fully protected bed surface. You have your 2 power plugs back here, 2,000 watt inverter, box lighting, and lots of different tie-down points. Now inside of the F-150 Raptor, you're going to notice the seats are different, of course, than a regular F-150. They actually are Recaro branded, so they're going to be a bit of a more performance style seat. They're much, much more snug than a regular F-150. It's going to keep you in place a little better when you're going around corners, off-roading, that kind of thing. They are heated and cooled. They're fully power, of course, so they're very, very comfortable. And same with the rest of the interior. This is a very, very nice loaded luxury truck, I like to say, because it's a very nice interior. You get the nice soft touch materials, but it is still very rugged, very performance oriented. With the key fob here, it is going to include both remote start and controls for the power tailgate. So a lot of great functionality there. Let's go ahead and fire it up. This truck is quite loud. With that exhaust, it is actually a valved exhaust system. So there are modes right here. You can go ahead and click that button and it'll kind of change the way the exhaust sounds. So you have normal, sport, Baja mode, and quiet. Quiet mode actually does reduce it quite significantly. It actually makes it sound almost like a regular F-150, but if you throw in Baja mode, it is very, very loud. It is pretty cool that you have those adjustability settings. There's also adjustability for your suspension and the steering, so you have full customizations. You can even save each individual mode. Say if you want the exhaust in loud, but you want the soft steering with the aggressive suspension, you can actually do it, and you can save it in a Raptor My mode. So there's a ton of adjustability here with these particular Raptor models. Now with the interior, again, this is going to be actually now for 2025 and 2024 as well. Ford gave us a 12-inch display here in the middle with a 12-inch gauge cluster standard across the board for the F-150. So So you're going to have, it's very well integrated, and I mean that in a couple of ways. Firstly, you have tons of connectivity options. I mean, you got wireless CarPlay, wireless Android Auto, you get built-in navigation, Sirius XM connectivity options, and so there's just a ton of great options with that. You also have your vehicle settings accessible through here, your Pro Power on board, that's going to be your inverter system. A lot of great off-road stuff as well. You have your climate control down here, again, heated and cooled seats. You also have heated steering wheel right here. It's nice physical buttons. It's pretty straightforward and simple and easy to use there. You do have a wireless charger below. You get USB power, 12 volt, all kinds of different power outlets there. Of course, your steering wheel is Raptor exclusive. It's much more thicker than a regular F150. Got the contrast stitching, and of course these massive metal paddle shifters right there in the back, so they're very high quality material, and that is going to go ahead and shift your gears on your 10-speed automatic. Speaking of powertrain, 3.5 liter high output EcoBoost engine. It's going to produce 450 horsepower, 510 foot-pounds of torque, so you get incredible power there. Of course, these are standard all-wheel drive, or I guess four-wheel drive, and those are controlled right down here. So you have high and low range gearing, locking rear differential as well, so you get the maximum amount of traction there. You also have a heads-up display now on these trucks, so if I zoom in a little bit there, you got a heads-up display, which is also very configurable. Console in the middle, of course, here. This is also lockable, which is great, so you can go ahead and keep your valuables in there. Carbon fiber trim right up here, really cool. Bunch of things down there. You even have it right here on the little lid, and up top there's a huge panoramic sunroof. Now taking a look into the rear seat of the F-150 Raptor, these are only offered in a Super Crew cab, that's Ford's largest cab, as well as a 5.5-foot box, so there is no other configuration available for the Raptor trim. With the seats here, again, they are leather, not quite as heavily bolstered, of course, as the front, but they are heated. They got this nice kind of suede material there to keep you in place a little better as well, so they're very comfortable. Of course, the Raptor branded, and underneath, a ton of more storage as well. You do have some under-seat storage here, which is great. This little thing here is actually your inverter system, so you do have that 2,000 watt inverter, which is the Pro Power on board. That's what Ford calls it, so really cool to have that. And then underneath, or I guess on the back of the console here, you get all kinds of different power outlets, USB, 12 volt, and another full-size plug, heated seat controls, as well as a nice view of that sunroof. So that is the 2025 F-150 Raptor. If you're interested in this truck, it is available for sale here at McPhee Ford. You can either give us a call or you can visit our website, mcpheeford.com. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.